Talk to us about that game. How do you feel coming out of the overtime? How did you see the game?
Oh, well, yeah, we'll take the game. I don't know, I'd have to look at it. I think we maybe led for about one possession through the entire game, so I'm sure Geelong are pretty disappointed because I think they lost their last game overtime and they led this game the whole way. And yeah, I mean, we tried really hard too at times to give them the win, and but then, so all that happened, and then on top of that, I just thought that the game was potentially lost maybe 4 or 5 times, and the girls really dug deep and came back and found a way to get it close. So it was just sort of a really really different or special game given that, but you know, obviously since we've been on a little bit of a losing streak, I just feel great for the girls to taste victory again.
And you must be happy with the play of Julie Rowland tonight. Probably got the best game of the season, fair to say. 12 shooting, I think it was, 24, 26 points.
Well, happy for a few because we haven't been able to kick it in the basket the last few games. So I think a few players probably broke some shackles and got a little bit of feel back again. I mean, it's not just that. I mean, probably the biggest factor towards the end of the game and then into the overtime was probably Agnes sitting here in the offensive rebounding that she did and the possessions that she created for us. So I think that there was some good play. I mean, once Unique hit the shot and it went to OT, there was a pretty good feel in the timeout, Sven.
So losing Shanice with the fouls late early in the fourth quarter, and then Agnes playing a lot of the minutes down the stretch. How did you feel about that?
Well, I've clearly got great faith and belief in Agnes. We go back a ways, and I just know how good a player she is and emerging into a very good player, and she's making a fair sort of positional change as well, coming out of college basketball and into pro basketball, a little bit more on the wings, whereas she's been a bit more in the post beforehand. So putting in a ton of work, yeah. And getting better all the time, and yeah, we're really happy to have her, and she's going to keep getting better.
Do we have anyone on Zoom that would like to ask a question?
Yeah, I'll just another one for you, Guy. Loz was basically, she didn't score until getting that layup on the 3/4 time buzzer, but then she just came through so well for you in that fourth quarter and overtime. What do you make of that? That's just a story of perseverance and leading by example. When things aren't going your way, you can it might not be your night, but make it your moment.
Well, I'm glad she did. I mean, because she's one of the best ever players I've coached in the WNBL, and she's had a really rough last patch of time. Opened the season great, and then has been physically guarded so tightly. She's just, so when she had 0 or 2 or whatever else, and she wasn't getting much done, and she didn't look like she was in much of a rhythm, we actually really came to one of those points about, well, does she need a break here, or do we leave her in? And then, yeah, she hit those 2 threes late in regulation, and I just think everything changed with her mindset. It was just the old Lauren was back after she saw the ball go through twice. And then we're able to put her in a lot of middle pick and roll with her and Unique, and her mid-range, her paint pull-up game's so good, and it's difficult to deal with because you can kind of get that shot anytime if you're a good shooter with that play, and then, yeah, then she just started to knock them down. So it was a really interesting game for her.
Anyone else would like to ask a question?
Can I just ask one more for you, Guy? What was going through your head when Unique led launch with that 3. Were you feeling confident of that one, or were you just fingers crossed?
Yeah, fingers crossed. It wasn't drawn up that way at all, but look, she's got a good stroke and she actually shoots the 3 pretty well, but it's just never, what's the expression, been in a bag, I suppose. She just doesn't really do it too much. She's mid-range and around the hoop, and then yeah, the ball went back to her and she had some space, let it go, and never in doubt, right? But definitely not drawn up that way. We'll take it.
One more from me.
And just one for you, Agnes. What's your feeling like after that one? Like I said, you led for less than a minute in regulation and just sort of turned it on when you had to. Geelong were obviously pretty devastated, having lost a lot of the game. What's your sort of feeling after that one?
I think that the team just dug deep, and I feel like it feels good to come out with a victory. I think our word as a team is grit, and I think that was a game that we were really gritty. So yeah.
One more from me. Short turnaround before the Bendigo game on Friday. What's the focus in the off day to get ready for that game?
Well, I feel like we've been travelling forever, and we've dropped some games, so we really narrowed the focus and didn't really study Geelong too much, to be honest. We kept the focus pretty much on ourselves, and now there's a quick turnaround to Bendigo, so I think it'll probably be the same. I think there are still things we're not executing well. We've got to do a lot better with, so I think we'll just try and do that and hopefully ride a little bit of confidence and momentum.
All good. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.